Kia ora koutou e homa, ko Jeanette, ko Jeanette rau ko Rapini taku mātua, no Ngāpoi taku iwi. Kia ora, tēnā koutou katoa. Hello and welcome to Canterbury Live. Yes, it is Māori Language Week and that's my little bit of a mihi for you today, but I've got the professional coming up after this. Now, Māori Language Week is all about maybe learning a key word or a key word of the week. And in our household today, it has been makariri, cold, which is a pretty easy one for us to all remember. Why makariri? Cold water. I'm sure you can make it work. Well, coming up on today's show, we have a man panel. We have a couple of viewer questions we'll be talking about at the end of the show. And of course, it is Monday and it's traffic update. But I'd very much like to welcome my first guest, and that is Fern Fito. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
How are you today?
Kei te pai
Or kei te pia koe?
Kei te pai ahau,
Yeah,
kia
so
ora.
that is how are you? And Fern is fine, which is great. Or tino pai.
Oh.
And it is makariri outside, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, Fern, I'll give it to you if you could maybe do your mihi for us here now.
Okay then.
Okay.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko auraki tōku mauka, ko waitaki tōku awa, ko te rā o moiraki te whenua, ko uinuku te whare, ko whitau te whānau, ko Fern whitau tēnei. Kia ora everyone, I'm from Moiraki, my name is Fern. Moiraki, otherwise known as the centre of the universe. Kia ora.
Ah, I like that. That's nice, the centre of the universe, isn't it? I suppose
Everyone
it's like the
doesn't
fern,
agree.
isn't it? And is that how your parents come up with the name then? Like with the koru or that, you're not sure?
No, I won't
Sounds
tell
good
you
though,
the
doesn't
story
it?
I tell
Oh,
people.
really? So let's talk about Māori Language Week. Why is it so important, Fern?
It's so important because it is our official language. This is the only place that it's going to live, if it lives. It's a beautiful language. It's ours. It singles us out from everyone else.
Do you think it's still strong though, Fern? Because when I was at school, it was definitely there. And, you know, we had the kuras starting up and that. But now, you know, there's a lot of controversy around the language, isn't there?
The statistics aren't that good, but there is a hardcore army of people out there who love the reo. They're bringing their children up in the reo. And you might have heard of the Ngāi Tahu vision, ko tahi mano kaika, ko tahi mano wawata. That's to have 1,000 homes speaking te reo Māori by the year 2025, I think it is. And they're well on the way. There are, you know, groups of whānau around Te Waipounamu, the South Island here, bringing their children up in the reo. And it's wonderful.
And that's wonderful because,
Yes.
I mean, it's wonderful you're from the South Island. My family is from far north.
Yep.
And when we do go home, we are called the White Pebbles because they are so brought up. They are so brought up on the marae.
Yes.
And, you know, and Te Reo is number one. And we go up there and we try, you know, and immerse our children in as much as we can.
Yes.
But it's only for a short time. So it's good to hear that Ngāi Tahu are trying to bring that in.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So what else is happening this week?
Well, as we know, it's the Māori Language Week celebrating our reo, the other official language along with sign language, New Zealand Sign Language. What else is happening? A lot is happening over at CPIT and the University of Canterbury. I think they had a big kick-off there this morning at CPIT. And in various workplaces, everyone's doing their bit. Like at my work, I send out emails, competitions. The first one to answer gets a chocolate. So their word of the week is chakareti, chocolate. But it isn't really. The real word, the official word of the week is āpōpō.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, that's right.
Yeah, it is. And it's an easy one to do.
Yes.
So do you think we sometimes overthink it and we need to bring it back to basics?
Yes, yeah, and that's what the word of the week is about, Te Kupu o Te Wiki. It's about teaching 50 words over the year.
Right.
Yep, and that's tomorrow's word, āpōpō.
Okay.
Today's word, āpōpō. And I've written up there how to say it, āpōpō.
See, when you break it down, it's not that hard, isn't it?
No,
It's just trying to bring it into every day,
Yes.
just step by step, isn't it?
yes, and so the plan is with a word a week for the next 50 weeks, 4 million New Zealanders will have 50 new words to base their new language venture on. New language adventure.
If you had a magic wand, Fern, what would you like to see for New Zealand with Te Reo?
I'd like to see it in everyday language. That's the aim of Ko Tahi Mano Kaika, just for it to be in everyday language, for people just to not even think about it. You're in the supermarket and you're surrounded by the reo. Whereas for now, our children, our tamariki who are growing up in the reo, they only hear it in learning environments or in their home with other whānau. But it would be great just to go to the supermarket and the one behind the counter does everything in te reo. That would be wonderful.
Don't you think that our commercial whānau out there have a responsibility to try and bring te reo into the marketplace?
Yes, especially for tourists. Yeah, it's our point of difference. Yeah.
But even for other building and so forth, should we bring a te reo actually in there and to be using the words, having an alternative?
Well, wouldn't that be great? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. I totally agree.
Yeah. So what does Ngāi Tahu do that's a little bit different? Because I mean they are a huge organisation, a business venture, but also a whānau as well. What does Ngāi Tahu do differently?
Around the reo? Well, there's the Kotahi Manoko, so that's... well, we have a team that they work on that all the time, and they support all of the whānau who are doing it. Every year we have an annual kura reo, a kaitahu kura reo, so that's for the whānau. They usually go down to Arowhenua, and everybody speaks Māori. And so it's the marae, and the school is full up with children, older people such as myself, even older ones.
You're not kaumātua yet, surely.
And they all kōrero Māori, and it is wonderful. It's so wonderful to hear the children playing, crying, laughing, fighting in the reo. That's what we do. It is done in other places, I guess, but this is... Yeah, I'm not actually sure how it goes other places, but that's what we do, and it's wonderful.
Do you think there's a little bit of shame too, Fern, that people don't know their own language?
Of course.
That they don't do anything. I'd rather not do anything than even try.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like that for everybody, but you just have to... well, I remember before I started learning, I had a Pākehā friend who was learning the reo, and he was really, really good at it, and I didn't know anything. And I just felt, well, speechless really. I didn't know what to say, or because I felt so ignorant. Yes, yeah, there is that shame thing, but you just have to get past it and go for it. And with these 50 kupu, that's the beginning.
Exactly. Well, after the break, Fern, you're actually going to attempt to teach us a Māori folk song, aren't you? And that is?
Ahaka mā.
Excellent. So stay with us after the break so we learn a Māori folk song.
The Tiki Tour Ride. Kia ora.
Hey, my name's Victoria.
And my name is Nana. Climb aboard the Tiki Tour bus and join in on all the fun.
Every Saturday at 8 here on CTV.
Ka kite.
Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Caltex Redwood. We're a family-owned business proudly supporting our local community. We're open 24/7 for fuel and shop goods, and we have an amazing team of people ready to help you. Save at least 6 cents per litre using AA Smart Fuel cards. We also offer great value on our LPG bottle fills. We have a full workshop and Bridgestone Tyre Centre. Our mechanics and tyre technicians will get your car sorted. Caltex Redwood. We're just down from St Bede's on Main North Road. Caltex Redwood. What drives you?
Pestral has the latest technology that repels rats and mice and even helps control cockroaches. Covers walls, ceilings and open spaces. Combines electromagnetic, ultrasonic and ionic technologies. Harmless to pets and people, just plug it in. Order your Pestral rodent-free today. Now $149.90 plus courier. Order within 20 minutes and get it courier free. Call 0800 88 88 44 or go to pestral.co.nz.
Missed a show or want to watch it again? CTV is fitting in with your lifestyle. Be in control with CTV On Demand. Check out our website and follow the links. ctv.co.nz.
Come in and meet the locals at the Bush Inn Centre. Whether it's to grab a coffee on the go or to catch up with a friend over lunch or dinner, the Bush Inn Centre is the perfect place. With our unique range of shops, you'll find everything you're looking for and more. Our friendly locals are always happy to help. We have plenty of parking at the Bush Inn Centre, making your shopping experience just a little bit easier. So come in, meet the locals and shop Bush Inn. You'll find us on the corner of Riccarton and Waimari Roads.
Tomorrow Today is your science program, presenting a comprehensive overview of the latest trends in science and research. Tomorrow Today, Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m, right here on CTV.
I tell you what, I don't know if you're ready for this at home, but I'm going to be taught a hakama. You're a very brave lady. Thank you very much. So how are we going to do it? Well, obviously the viewers at home can learn it. I mean, everyone probably has heard this song at some point,
Yes.
haven't they?
Yes.
But explain, what is the song about?
It's a song to help you learn the pronunciation.
Great. So it's one that should be at children's schools, really, isn't it?
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is.
Yes. And it's to the tune of Ahakama.
Ahakama.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well,
you have the words in front of you.
Okay. Well, you're teaching me, so let's just start it off. So how do we start? So ahakama.
Yes, so I lead into it by saying Ahakama, and then you say Ahakama na paratawa ngafa.
Okay, we'll stop there. Okay,
Okay.
you start off then. Okay. Whew, no pressure. Okay. Okay, you go for it. So.
Ahakama
Ahakamana para tawa na fa.
ehekeme
Ehekeme ne pere tiwi na fi.
ehekeme
Ehekeme ne pere tiwi ni fi.
ohokomo
Ohokomo no poro to no fo.
And together we go.
Okay.
A e I o u. Uhukumu no puru tu no fu. Ano.
Ano. Okay. Okay, we'll go.
Okay.
You can get faster and faster, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Don't do that to me.
Okay, well, we could do actions as well.
Okay. Okay.
Ahakama
Ahakama na para tawa na fa.
ehekeme
Ehekeme ne pere tiwi ne fe.
ehekeme
Ehekeme ne pere tiwi ne fe.
ohokomo
Ohokomo no poro to no fo. A e I o u. Uhukumu no puru tu no fu.
Ka pai.
Oh, ka pai tino pai. You're very gracious. Hey, the boys are in clapping. Kia ora, have a great week.
You too.
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
it's for a traffic update.
Good evening, I'm Sonia Pollard, Acting CTOC Manager. As I'm sure you'll have noticed from the increased traffic this morning, the schools are actually back. Just a few quick tips to remember. So drivers, when you're actually exiting your driveway, just keep an eye out for children on scooters or walking to school. And also remember to slow down near schools and prepare to stop at any point. And parents, just a few tips for you. Remembering when you actually pick up your children, make sure that you're actually picking them up from the footpath side, so they're entering and exit the vehicle on the footpath. Make sure that you don't cross in between parked cars, and also make sure that you actually go and collect your child and don't shout across the street, because sometimes they'll actually come and run towards you. So in terms of the Central City update this week, we've got Madras Street, which is down to one lane from Latimer Square to Beeley Avenue. Barbados Street is one lane from Beeley to Kilmore Street, and we've got pipelining work at Manchester Street at the St Asaph Street intersection. This means that from 9 a.m. daily, Manchester Street will be restricted to northbound traffic only at this intersection. Detours are in place. Outside the Central City, we've got New Brighton Road, which is one-way eastbound between Bassett Street to Stour Drive. A detour's in place for westbound road users, but please allow extra time if travelling through this area. Main Road in Sumner is on track to be reopened by the end of this week, so that's good for residents and visitors in that area. Our best advice this week is to still keep using the 4 avenues to get round the city. If of course you need to come into the Central City, have a look on the Transport for Christchurch website, which is tfc.govt.nz.
So make sure you check out that website. Wow, Māori Language Week, a very special Māori comedian was Billy T, and here's a snippet of this legend.
There was these 2 pieces of rope, and they were lying outside this pub. Anyway, one piece of rope went inside and jumped up on the bar and said to the barman, could I have a drink, please? Barman said, oh, sorry, don't serve rope in here. Rope said, beg your pardon? You don't serve rope in here, you're a piece of rope, aren't you? Well, yes, I am. Yeah, we don't serve rope in here. So he went back outside to his mate and he said, oh, I won't get a drink in there. And his mate said, I'll get a drink. He said, give us your comb. So he got his mate's comb, And he brushed out the top of his head and he tied himself in a boat. Then he walked into the pub and jumped up on the bar. And he said, "Yes, I'd like to drink, please." Barman said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't serve rope in here." He said, "I beg your pardon?" He said, "We don't serve rope in here. You're a rope hunter?" He said, "I'm afraid not."
Stay with us after the break. It's the men panel.
Wild Spirits covers the biggest, most extreme sports events across the planet. From surfing to base jumping, snowboarding to motocross, this series will sure to have you on the edge of your seat. Wild Spirits, Wednesday nights at 7, CTV.
Hi, I'm Steve and welcome to Carpet Kingdom. At Carpet Kingdom we stock a massive range of carpets and we're also the largest vinyl stockist in the South Island. And not only do we have an excellent range in store, but you can purchase our stock online. We offer free measuring quotes, we have our own installation team, we ship nationwide, so come on down and see us at Carpet Kingdom. 312 Wilsons Road in Waltham, just off Brougham Street, or visit us online at carpetkingdom.co.nz.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring moving company.
Oi! Have you seen something you like? You can purchase a copy of CTV's own shows so you can watch them again and again. So give us a call on 3777 033 and order a copy today.
The world has a great deal to tell. Journalists from across the world report on their home nations and the experiences of the people who live there. World Stories.
Wow, it's one crazy footy today in the house. Well, I've got three mighty fine men on the couch with me now. Oh, actually, no, I've got Gordon, Adam and AJ, sorry.
Come on, what are you trying to say?
One mighty fine man.
Yeah.
As long as we keep
the rose
men.
between two thorns. So this is the Man Cave, and we've got two great questions that viewers have sent in. And the boys, are you prepared? Because they are chick questions. They are chick questions, so rightio. Okay. First one, is it wrong to expect the man in my life to do all the typical guy things like change flat tyres, mow the lawns, take out the rubbish, etc.? We both do the cooking, cleaning, but I still think the man should do all of that stuff. What are your thoughts on this, Man Cave Nights?
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's got to go two ways, though. If she's going to expect you to do a few things, you've got to expect her to do a few things as well. You say we all do the cooking and cleaning together. Shouldn't there be some sort of reciprocation here if we're going to go out of our way to do more? I mean, generally we'll do the manly stuff.
Although, to be fair, I don't think taking out the rubbish is a huge thing.
No.
I mean, it's not.
Well,
it's not. An hour or so like cooking or preparing dinner, is it?
No.
I mean,
it's
personally,
10-second job.
taking out the rubbish or changing a tyre, mowing the lawn, or I guess that could depend on how big your lawn is.
Whatever happened though, and I'm going to do this totally wrong.
Because he can.
Independent woman. Whatever happened to that? Surely, come on.
That's long gone. I feel like that's long gone, because this question has actually come up quite a bit. You see it on social media everywhere. Oh, the man should be changing the tyre and stuff. But 5 years ago, women were all about I can do anything a man can do. You know?
Who can change a flat tyre though? Can you all change a flat tyre?
Well, I actually ran into this one. I ran into this one recently. We were out shooting the press cup, which we do on the weekends, and the CTV car actually blew a tyre. And no one wanted to change the tyre. No one wanted to change the tyre. A group of, half a dozen men, and no one wanted to do it.
But AJ just pulled out a good point. He said he joined the AA for that reason.
Yeah,
just get someone
I
else
pay
to do it.
$70 a year, somebody else comes and changes my tyre wherever I am in the cold. I'll sit in the warm. In the warmth of the car.
Dave over there on camera one will deny this, but as soon as I saw the flat tyre, I thought we're going to have to change this. And he says, well, no, we'll just ring the AA. And I sort of...
That's very metrosexual of Dave,
sort of
isn't
defeats,
Dave. Yeah.
That defeats the purpose. Like, who calls the AA for a flat tyre? I mean,
but
come
the thing
on.
is, like, everybody thinks being manly is like about doing manly things, but it's also about being smart. We try and do things with as minimal effort as possible. So if we can change a tyre by calling the AA,
I like your point.
that's a lot easier than getting on one knee and, you know.
To be fair, though, by the time the AA gets there, you probably could have changed half a dozen tyres.
Very true.
But there's nothing more manly than being able to call somebody and say, I need this done.
I'm the boss.
Yeah, that's right. Telling
I'm in
somebody what
control.
to do.
That's change my tyre.
That's right.
Okay, well, I don't think we actually came up with an actual, I think it's 50-50, fair to say. We should share the duties in the house 50-50.
Independent woman.
Yeah.
Or call the AA,
did a
or
little
for cooking, call Pizza Hut, you know.
Yeah.
I think we come up with an answer.
Dial.
Call someone.
The next question, gentlemen. Now, be careful for your respective partners. I always wear makeup whenever I go out because I think it makes me look better and I feel more confident. Do guys like this or do they consider it cheating? Now, I'm just trying to interpret, does she think...
False advertising.
Yes.
You wake up in the morning, the makeup's gone, you're sort of like, oh, what did I
Well,
do?
no, it's on your pillow. Yeah.
That's right.
So let's elaborate, Adam. Let's go back to you. Oh, wake up in the morning, it's gone. Are you talking about a perspective when you're going out, when you find a leader?
This is just him.
Yeah, I feel like I've just dropped myself right in
Yeah.
my face, bro.
You take this away, and we'll leave this one right
What
to
do
you.
I just do? You know, I think like the question is coming from, you know, you go out, you do yourself up, and you look your absolute best. And when you wake up in the morning, of course, that is different. It's not necessarily worse, but I think that's where the question is. And I wouldn't say it was cheating just based on the fact that society has put pressure on women to wear makeup. So if women they're going to do what they're going to do, we sort of as men have to sort of allow for that. You know, like we have to know that that's what happens when you go out. You're wearing makeup.
Do you like it though? Do you like AJ?
Oh, makeup, yeah.
There's nothing, I don't think.
Not for you, Gordon. Sorry, mate. I'm actually talking for the ladies. But yeah.
Personally, I think there's nothing sexier than a woman who is confident, and if that makes you feel confident, go for it. Doesn't worry
Ooh. Ooh,
I think AJ
profound.
just
Oh, I like it,
that one on the
Can we
head
have
right
a key
there.
come
That's
up
great.
with AJ's number right now?
Yeah,
'Cause that was just
yeah.
perfect.
Oh, 0900, good time.
There it is.
And how about you, Gordon? Do you like a girl that wears makeup, or are you for
I
a
think
natural? Or?
I mean, I don't really have any preference. I think, you know, whatever she feels like rocking. But I've never.
Good answer.
I've never been in any sort of instance.
Man in relationship?
With a
Man in
girl where there's,
relationship.
you know, I've seen her with makeup and without makeup where I've been like, oh, you should put some makeup on. I can't say I've ever had that.
You'd be out there pretty quickly.
You probably
That was your
would.
answer, yeah.
Well, that is I know some girls who refuse to let their partner see them without makeup on. What do you think about that?
I've actually heard a story where
I couldn't see that going very far.
I've heard of women who get up at 4 a.m. and put their makeup on, then hop back into bed, so that when the partner wakes up, they wake up to that woman.
Yeah,
that is insane. That's
not a relationship.
No. You should, like I just said, confidence is the biggest thing.
I
Guys
think
love
that's
that.
bordering on OCD.
Yeah,
to be fair.
yeah.
Just a little.
But I mean, you know, even if you just wear a little bit of makeup or a lot of makeup, as long as you're confident, but you still have to love yourself. You know, you shouldn't getting up at 4 a.m.
It's so emotional, Adam. That's
Oh, is it?
Sorry, it just took me back. That's great. So the upshot is, if you want to make up, that's cool, and if you don't, hey, you love them regardless, don't you? Okay. Well, I love these questions, so make sure you send us more questions. I really like this. We're getting some really honest answers from the boys. Thanks to Gordon, AJ, and Adam, the Man Cave. Well, tomorrow we'll catch up. We're actually talking about baking for the community, but I thank you for joining me today. And it's Māori Language Week, so e konera.